Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we're getting into the festive spirit. The cards have already started to come through the door. Kids wanted to put the decorations up this weekend, so I thought I'd get the video out to you today. With today being Thursday, so it might be today or it might be tomorrow. Not sure yet, but we'll figure some out. But yeah, all things going well in the tank, guys. No really big issues to report. Clownfish and the things have been irritating the corals. I mean, I have fed them though as well, so a couple of the euphyllias are not looking the best, but the holy grail there with its 4 heads is looking well. This one has been disturbed, but the dragon soul, the Indo, this green one, and then this green tip purple one is doing well. The anemone just over there, the clownfish have been hosting him finally after 3+ years. They finally know what it is, and they actually host it all the time now, so that's a good thing. It keeps them away from the euphyllias. One thing that I did notice today was that this was getting a black spot here, and I thought, oh, has it been stung, or you know, has something irritated it, started to eat it? But no, I thought that this rabbit fish might have been picking on it, but I've monitored it and it's not done anything. So I'm thinking it was just having a poop, maybe, fingers crossed, because it seems to be going away. So hopefully that's what I'm hoping that it is. But I've moved this hammer from the flag rack, which was just on there, just here. So I moved him on the floor. I'm going to be getting one of those rocks, and then when I get time, I'm going to keep cut this out. I know I keep saying it. I need to get round to it, to be truthful. Just not at the time with getting things all ready for Christmas and stuff, kids' presents, and so yeah. But now finally got them all, and I think we can move on to doing a bit of maintenance just on the tank before the Christmas period. But all the other stuff, the SPS, are all looking well. The coral start to colour up really nicely. As you know, I dosed all the products, all the Aquaforest products. I dosed that on a Monday, and yeah, everything's going really good. This red one here, red and purple, that I always forget the name of. It's a red planet. I finally got it off my mate. Not remembered what it was off my mate. So this is a red planet. So hopefully this will start. Well, it's starting to grow really well, to be truthful. Hopefully it'll start to colour up a lot more. Really don't know. I mean, it's got a lovely colour from the side, but when you look at the top, from the top down, it's got like a green. It's got like a greeny base, but mainly reds and purples. So yeah, looking really nice. This Miyagi Tor, the little tiny Miyagi Tor, is looking good, as well as its big brother just there. That's just looking stunning. I've actually snapped some of the Ceratopia just off here, so he got a little bit more space, because this little branch part here was hitting the other, so didn't want any more coral warfare there. But this SPS is finally starting to grow, finally starting to see new tips on this. It's been in my tank well over 6-7 months, but it's finally beginning to grow. I noticed it looking at some pictures, and I finally think that it's starting to grow some more tips, which is a good thing. So hopefully that'll take off. All the rest of it, the Montipora, started to grow upwards now, which is a good thing. One thing that I have got an issue with, guys, as you notice, is these mushrooms, which I can't stand. Don't know where they actually come on, these things. They've just come all over the show. They've just started to take over. But as you can see on this jack-o'-lantern, it started to irritate it, which is a problem. So at some point I'm going to have to get in with a toothbrush or something and scrub it, basically try and get them, because I just cannot take them off the rock. If any of you guys have got any ideas of how I could get rid of mushrooms rather than taking the, as you know, I can't take this rock out, guys. It's just impossible. How I can get these mushrooms off the rock, Do I scrape them off? Do I pull them off? Do I get a Stanley knife to them? I don't know. So let me know in the comments below what you think I should do, because I'm at a loss with them all. Same thing on here. They have mushrooms. The mushrooms are there, just here, and they're starting to grow up and irritate the all of this stuff. And there's another one there. So they are invasive, pain in the bums if you ask me, but I suppose there's nothing we can do. If they're coming on a rock, then there's nothing we can do about it. These pink seductions are there. The BBBs are good, looking nice, and these green ones, which I don't even know of what they are. But yeah, everything else, guys, is looking really good. One issue I did have was the doser. After me saying I've never had an issue with the doser at all in my tank, I lost signal for some reason. It just wasn't connecting. So obviously I had to reboot it. I rebooted it all up, and then subsequently, as I've rebooted it, usually there's a memory in it where it keeps hold of what you was dosing. Thankfully, I know exactly what I was dosing, so it wasn't too bad. But when I went on to see the dosage, there was nothing on it, so it had gone back down to 0. So basically, I had to reprogram everything, which took me about a good maybe 40 minutes to re-enter it, because I dose on this tank. Because obviously during the day, the peak hours and the day, that's when more of the alk is consumed and stuff, and more of the stuff is consumed. So, and then at night time, not less so. So obviously I had to try and remember what I was dosing, because I was dosing 230 ml, I believe, of each component. So it wasn't too bad. And then you break that down over the 24 hours, but then more during the peak time. So I think I was dosing more between 12 and 5, and then I reduced the dosage. So in those times, I think I was dosing like 9 or 10 ml every hour of the alkalinity. So and also the calcium and the magnesium. So obviously try to balance it out, and then I started having a little bit of fluctuations with the KH keeper, but finally think I've got there and dialed in after about 3 or 4 days. So hopefully we're there. The alkalinity did go up to 9.4, I think, but it's now down. I tested it today and it's now at 9. The nitrates are at 11, which is perfect. Absolutely brilliant. Really happy with that. And I think a big part is because I took some of the bio balls out of the tank, but I also opened the gate valve up on the Redsea. So now the Redsea is running like with the gate valve open at 3/4 of the way. So I think that's letting a lot more nutrients in. I also slowed the pump down on my tank. I'm running the J-Bow DC 4000 pump on my tank, and I used to run it about 80-90%. So obviously you're getting 4,000 litres per hour turnover. Used to go with the premise that it was 10 times water volume in the tank, which meant that I should be having 3,500. Obviously it's going up, so you're going to lose some because of the pressure. Not much, because it's only a 350, and it's not far from where the return is. So I was thinking maybe, you know, let's just reduce it. So now I'm running at about 60%. Dialed it back down to obviously keep the more nutrients in the system. Fingers crossed. And as you can see, the flow on the top where the water is coming out, it's not as intense. I mean, it was splashing all over and you could hear it. You might be able to hear it now. And it was just a bit too noisy. It started to become a little bit too noisy as well. But thankfully, I think we've dialed it in, and I think it's at that point now where, yeah, I think it's with 11 nitrates in the system. I think that's what's helped. But there's the little Blinny, loving life, big fat dude just resting on the Zoas. He's loving it. Absolutely love this guy, and they're fantastic additions to the tank, especially if you've got a little bit of algae. And as you can see, guys, I've got no algae whatsoever on that back wall now. The back wall is completely cleaned. This side wall is completely cleaned. I mean, it's just, he just does his job. He just goes around cleaning, maintenance. He's like another part of the cleanup crew in a way. But overall, the tank, really happy with the tank this week. Other than a few little issues, but nothing really to shout home about. The Duncans are just absolutely massive, but they're always massive. They're really nice. I mean, they're being clouded out. Usually, they're not as colourful as they used to be, and I think that's just because of this Stylopora and this Ceratopia. Still undecided, guys. If you think, let me know if you think I should actually cut this back completely and let some of the light get to there. That way we're only just going to have this section here. I'm really thinking of doing that, because as you can see, just look at that now. It's big overhang there, so I'm thinking maybe that's what we might need to do. But like I said, guys, just a quick one. Hopefully you enjoyed a little bit of look at the tank. The fish that I was going to get, which I said on previous videos, wasn't doing too good. My mate, that's another good thing with the fish shop that I go to out at the Blue Marines in Failsworth. Fantastic. Didn't even sell me the fish. Could have sold me a fish that was, you know, not doing well, but he phoned me, contacted me and said, look, you know, the other guy wasn't having it. It's up to you if you want it. I said, right, I'll come up and collect it. But then he contacted me 2 days later, because obviously I was working, so I said I'll call up when I'm not working. And he was fair play to him. He said to me, you know, it wasn't looking too good, wasn't swimming about, wasn't as active as it should be, so he wasn't going to sell it there. Which, you know what, full respect to Steve for that, because like I said, too many people and too many fish shops, you know, they just sell them just to get a few quid in their hand. But that shows you the good side of a quality fish shop, and somebody who respects the customers. But once again, guys, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully I'll get another fish in here. I think we need another 1 or 2 fish, I think, just to keep the nutrients up. And fingers crossed, maybe that'll come in the new year. Yeah, early new year, and hopefully I've got a few things in the pipeline that's going to change either on this tank, or I'm going to get something else. But hopefully you enjoyed the video, guys. Click the like and the subscribe. Don't forget, tune in to us on Friday night live streams. You know the score, you know where we are. Head over to our Instagrams, and you'll be able to find out where we are each week. But once again, thanks for watching. And if you've not already subscribed, if you could really consider doing it, I'd really appreciate it. So thanks again, guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers.